Russia.
And all five fans, we are set to go with the next fight tonight. 3 rounds, this in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer standing 6 feet 1 inch tall. He weighed in officially 185 pounds and holds a professional record of 8 victories and 2 defeats. Fighting out of Neptune, New Jersey, USA, here is Carl Baby K. Robertson. And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist standing 6 feet even. He too weighed in officially 185 pounds and in 8 professional fights. He stands perfect with 8 victories and no defeats. Here's the undefeated middleweight from Bachatsky, Kemerov, Russia, Roman Kopylov. And to referee in charge of the action is Vyacheslav Kieslov.
Referee Vyacheslav Kieslov. There is Carl Baby K. Robertson. Roman Kopylov. Kopylov, southpaw, red trunks. Robertson in the black.
I've been very impressed with Kopylov's fights. I know he's only got 8 fights on his record, but he doesn't fight like a fighter that's got less than 30 or 40 bouts as a pro. And the way that he moves and the way that he manages distance as well, he's a very talented fighter, a very experienced fighter, even though he's still really just beginning his MMA career. And he's been preparing for 5-round fights as well, it's worth mentioning. So his last couple of fights have gone into the 4th round, and he's never really loses discipline with his striking.
Fought all around the world with hand-to-hand combat. They wear a jacket, but otherwise there's a lot of similarities to mixed martial arts. And in order to become a master, what they call a master of sports in that, you've got to be having somewhere between 50 to 100 bouts. Yes. So a lot of repetitions, a lot of training.
A lot of different body types, a lot of different movement patterns and techniques coming at you. And the good thing here is Carl Robertson's he's an excellent striker, so you can expect quite a clean skill set from him, which is somewhat predictable sometimes. It's the wild ones that sometimes catch you off guard, whereas Robertson's got excellent striking technique.
Robertson, a former glory kickboxer, doing his work in New Jersey alongside Corey Anderson recently. So he nearly had a tear in his eye last weekend when Anderson came over with that huge knockout victory over Johnny Walker, and that's really buoyed him for this one here tonight.
Yeah, and Robertson really excited to be facing another southpaw, which when you're the southpaw doesn't happen very often for you. And what we saw already here is Robertson land a solid leg kick on his opponent, and that's something he doesn't usually get to do. When you're facing orthodox fighters, it's got to be an inside leg kick. You usually get to chop the thigh, so he's probably chomping at the bit there to let some of those loose tonight.
Yeah, very correct. And that's interesting. You should mention that as well, Paul, because my thought was, I watched Kopylov's last couple of fights, and they were both orthodox fighters, and my thought was, how many southpaws has he faced in his past? And I mean, I dug deep into his career, what I could find online, and I didn't see anything against the southpaw.
Yeah, that's tough, right? I mean, you'd hope at least you're getting it in the training room.
Yes. And he seems to be very aware of the left hand coming over the top from Carl Robertson at the moment. He's been stung with it a couple of times. You can see how he's bringing his lead arm up and dropping his head back away. He's expected to come over the lead hand.
Yeah, and Robertson just all pressure here in the first round.
Big difference between these two is the octagon experience as well. Yep. So many suffer the octagon jitters. They're not quite themselves on their first outing. That is very much in the rearview mirror for Robertson, who's now looking for interesting challenges. Actually called out Uriah Hall or Brad Tavares. Wanted a flashy kind of striking matchup. I actually think he's got a very interesting striking matchup and clearly seeking the challenges, southpaw.
And he's landed another one of those leg kicks as well, which is going to keep adding up because he kicks as hard as can be.
And both of these guys standing heavy on that lead leg. Kopylov has taken a few kicks. We can see some redness now as Robertson switches his stance.
Kopylov started his preparation at home in Siberia in September, then moved his camp to Dagestan in October.
The weather is nice there.
Yeah, it depends on which time of year, apparently.
Oh.
A lot of sparring partners for him in Dagestan, but I fear there's probably quite a heavy focus on wrestling, from what I understand, of a lot of their camps. So far, I haven't seen him try and drag it into those ranges. Oh, that was fast.
And you could see a little swagger in his shoulders then. He felt like that was a good combination. Confidence rose.
See how relaxed Robertson stays in there. I mean, kickboxing with his background, this is exactly where he wants his fight to play out. He's very comfortable exchanging on the feet.
You know, the difference in this fight might be the footwork. It might be the person that's able to control their opponent better. And I don't know. Ooh. Well, that's where footwork comes into play, gets you out of the way of a back kick. This is better footwork by Karl Робенсон at the moment, stepping across his opponent, shadowing him into the fence, and forcing him to go one of two ways, which is a direction that Робенson can decide himself.
Last few seconds in this round. Looks like we're going to see a second round. We'll be back after the break.
Hey, have a seat. Okay, where's that mouthpiece? Take a deep breath. All right, range is good. You can push him a little bit more. The only time he's finding any success is when you let him fight in the middle. We got to keep him going back. He cannot fight going backwards. I know the range feels weird. Put three pieces together. This kid doesn't like being hit, man.
Doesn't like those
All right. Also, switch your feet, coming forward a little bit. Don't switch your feet just going back. All right. How we feel? Good? This is easy, right? This is easy money. Keep moving. Roll those shoulders.
Kick him in the body. At the right hand also, not only the left.
Live inside the CSK Arena for round number 2 of this middleweight contest so far. Very much a kickboxing bout. We have Robertson in the black, Kopylov making his UFC debut in the red. Highly touted prospect from Siberia, here to prove that you can make it even if you're from a small town in Russia.
Robertson coming out straight away, trying to push a pace immediately. He got caught with one good shot though from Kopylov. He can't be reckless here. He needs to still give Kopylov the respect that he deserves, because his striking is definitely not to be underestimated.
Fight fans, be sure to gear up with the new UFC fan gear. Exactly what your favourite athletes are wearing at weigh-in or fight night. Check it out at UFC.com. There's also a wide assortment of new sweatshirts, hoodies and headwear. Gear up at UFCstore.com.
I hope the store's got that awesome UFC Christmas sweater that I got last year, because I've had so many people asking me about it.
Well, we're looking at the T-shirts that they have, the signature ones for Russia.
Yeah.
Paul was trying to distract the equipment team.
I really was, but they weren't having it. I feel like Kopylov just got to open up here. When he does, it's lightning fast. He's landing his strikes. He's in and out. That's the 5th solid leg kick I've been actually counting from Robertson.
Yes.
That landed direct, no check whatsoever.
His attacks are a little few and far between, though, you're correct, Paul. I do wonder whether that's because he's been fighting at a 5-round pace for his last couple of fights.
6 leg kicks. Sorry, I'm being very obvious, but I just want to see, with the power, the power and speed that Robertson's hitting that leg with, how long it's going to take for Kopylov to really start limping on that thing, because they've been solid leg kicks there from Robertson so far.
It's a shame that Robertson lost his footing there on that kick, because that would have for sure rattled the defences, or through the defences of Kopylov.
See some redness on the side of Kopilov's head as well, where he's been peppered with the left hand of Robertson so far.
He's got a very telling nose structure as well, hasn't he, Kopylov?
He does, yeah. He does. Not bothered about getting punched square in the face is what that nose tells me. Oh,
Look at that.
it's a low kick.
That's really 9 out of 10 now that Robertson has landed.
It's actually 8.
No, yeah, don't get it wrong, John. I've got marking it down here like he's counting down his prison days.
Well, I think he's doing serious damage. I think if there you go. I'm sorry, that's 9 now, John.
Okay. You don't have to use a compass in the table, though, Paul. That's.
No, I was about to say that. He is carving them into the
Get
deck.
a calculator. Comes after 9.
Knockout. Yeah, that low kick's
Yep,
really
I think he's going to
cause him a problem.
If he does not address that now, in the second round, he's going to have a really, really painful night.
And the other thing that we're going to notice from this as well, we've just seen it on that last 1-2 that he threw, is as soon as he steps hard on that lead leg, he can't plant his weight onto it fully, which takes some power out of his left hand as well. Oh, he's reaching for it with his hand now. We're going to get a high kick soon. Reach for that with his hand. That's always a bad sign. There it is.
Oh, that's smart.
Robertson has been talking about losing focus in fights, very much so that they were looking to maintain, and he's going to need 100% focus at all times against Kopylov.
Landed a good left hand a second ago, did Kopylov, but the hesitation on his striking is only going to grow after these low kicks have started to take effect. And you can really see how it's affecting. Not a thought to block one of these kicks. There's a possibility that he can switch to an orthodox stance, but if he's looking uncomfortable in his normal stance...
Yeah, what's that going to be like?
Exactly.
Wow. Which doesn't see him coming. They are whipping through the air.
Well, it might be at the point now where even if you wanted to check him, he might not have the muscles in there working well enough to be able to pick up his leg.
He switched to orthodox then, but immediately changed his mind.
Yeah, because then he's probably just going to get cracked with the Robertson left hand, right hand. Wow, man.
And then you've got 2 legs.
Losing count, guys. Good body shot there from Kopylov, but he's got to throw way more volume now.
And here's the thing, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you lose your leg, then the power of your shots diminishes massively.
100%. And your movements as well. And with someone like Robertson that manages distance well, as soon as someone steps forward to attack, he's going to be out of the way. And if you can't take your legs with you, it makes a big difference.
He couldn't even follow him in there on that exchange, I think.
Okay, man, lost the round. Either check the leg kick or just pull your leg back. You need to move. You need to lead the fight. You need to work first. We gave the center to him. Try to take him down. Try to hold him down. He's winning the round. He's winning the fight for sure. As soon as he blocks his head, kick him in the body. Lever shots. Come on, Roman. You have a huge arsenal and you're not using it.
Ром, проход после серии, проход.
The story of that second round was all about the low kicks. Karl Робенсон was landing some heavy kicks, and you can see the difference in the posture of his opponent as he starts to wince from the pain. How does that set him for this third round? His corner said he's either got to check them or move his leg out of the way. I think both of those options are off the table. It's a case of getting close and landing power punches.
Good one, too, by Kopylov. A small detail, got to ask you guys. I'm not saying it was wrong, but an end swell was being used on the thigh of Kopylov rather than the ice.
Well, the ice was being waved around by his corner man as he was ferociously telling him to not take low kicks anymore. So the cut man was putting the end swell on his leg just to get something cold on his leg.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think the ice would have been the obvious option, but the end swell is kept in a bucket of ice, so it is very cold. And the corner team was just so animated, they weren't thinking about icing that leg. And to be honest, what difference does it make between rounds anyway?
Well, he's trying to make it not be a difference as he goes after Robertson early in the third.
He's turning it up here in the third round.
Oh, he checked that one. A level change from Robertson here. interestingly, the takedowns that we've seen from him so far, I think back to the Darren Stewart fight, that was more of a lateral drop that landed him in mount. I was expecting more of his takedowns from pressure forward from Kopylov, but with that front leg being weakened, there might not be a great deal of forward pressure.
I've got a little stat for you guys. Now, Kopylov has got 4 KO or TKOs in the 3rd round or later in his career, so he is used to getting after it.
He's swinging here.
Yeah, his last 2 fights have been a retirement on the stool at the end of the 4th round, and this is what I was saying with his pace. I feel like he may have been pacing himself, like even subconsciously over 5 rounds instead of coming out here and going 3 rounds. I'm going to start faster.
Well, the crowd are really getting behind him if he needed any injection. But Robertson still, big one there, but he's looking to come forward and do more damage. Yeah, he's varying up those kicks, and you can see Kopylov is very worried and very aware of the lower half of his body.
Good movement by Robertson. And the more he makes his opponent move as well, the more that leg is going to be evident. Inside low kick this time. Straight to a left hand. Nothing's forced with Robertson's style of striking. He picks his shots. He doesn't feel like he has to do anything. He uses his movement and his feints to do most of the work.
And he's being smart. He's not throwing that leg kick too much and getting counted.
Oh, that's a bad one. That is a bad one. Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, that is a bad eye poke. We need a doctor in there quickly. I think this fight may be over. Yeah, there was a clear index finger of the left hand to the eye.
It did slip out, which, by the way, I'm not saying that makes it any less bad. I thought it was even worse than that.
There looks like there's damage to that eye to me. There's blood coming from the eye, which is never a good sign. But then if this fight is stopped here, we go to the scorecard, right? Because we have 2 full rounds.
Yeah.
I think we need
Well, Robertson's saying, let's go.
Yeah, we need a good look at this eye, though. That does not look good to me.
He's saying, let's go.
Is that bleeding from where exactly?
I think he's going to take a point.
Yeah, he's going to take a point. He has to. I'm surprised the fight's continuing. When we see blood coming from the eye like that.
More officials or physicians are making their way into the octagon. Oh boy.
So the
okay,
cuts,
all right. That's
eyelid,
good.
The cuts on the eyelid, which it's not good, but it's better.
Yes, you know what I mean. Yeah, it means that's from the eyeball. We're in serious trouble.
There's a swelling actually.
Yeah.
His eye.
Now you can tell that's where the poke probably initiated. Yeah. And then, grazed into the eye.
Well, mental fortitude. Props for.
And that's how to win a crowd over as well.
Oh, see, now he's going to go after him here. Nice job from Robertson to counter there. He's got to stand his ground now.
Yeah,
Go back to that kick. He shouldn't abandon that now. But now Kopylov's going to be super aggressive. He knows he can't see out of that eye. But that leg is hurting him right now.
Still hurting him. The flurry that he threw there, followed by a low kick, was enough to stop it. And this is interesting as well because a point's been taken now. I would say that Robertson's up 2 rounds, which means that, he's pretty comfortable on the scorecards if he's up 2 rounds so far and he's had a point taken off his opponent. This might be a smart thing to do. Last 90 seconds.
Yeah, because you just take the chance of Kopylov catching you with a big strike, knocking you out. It doesn't matter what the scorecards are going to say. It doesn't matter how many points we take away. You get knocked out in the 3rd after an eye poke. That just sucks. I'm sorry.
And when you see an eye poke like that, Paul, and you see how much damage has been done and how adamant he is about continuing to fight, when you see an eye poke that's nothing at all and the fighter's making a big deal out of it,
Oh, his time's got it
even worse.
Sorry, guys, he did have it.
Oh, there we go. That's him. That's him. Can you get his hands together?
Good
hand
job.
on the bicep.
Kopylov will fight the hand. He's got.
This is it.
Good squeeze.
Beautiful work with.
Да ебать в рот, сука.
Gets it done late here in Moscow.
Big respect for Karl Robinson. Not only how he conducted himself throughout the fight, but how he finished.
Yeah, and to take out a hot prospect, undefeated, coming in here and just picking him apart with your strikes, hurting him with the leg kick, getting poked in the eye, points getting taken away, and then to finish with a rear naked choke, just showing the well-roundedness of Robertson at this point in his career.
Yeah.
Here we go. He gets him down, and he immediately starts trying to get his hooks in to take his back, gets that left hook in. He's around the neck already, switches it off, gets the right hand under the neck, and Kopylov did a good job of fighting the hands for a second, but once he got that grip through, flattens him out, and he's staying here, he's tapping. The ref couldn't even see it, gets the finish. Wow, that's an amazing performance from Robertson.
Great stuff by Mr. Robertson. We'll give him his moment when we come back. Welcome back to Moscow. Let's make this one official. Here's Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially. 4 minutes, 1 second. Round number 3, submission by rear naked choke for your winner, Karl Baby K. Robertson.
Stand up, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Karl Робенсон. I feel like there's a lot to talk to you about from that fight. I mean, the low kicks, the management of distance, but first of all, the eye poke. Was there a point where you thought you may not be able to continue?
Так, мы с победителем Карлом Робертсоном. Ты много что показал в этом поединке. Лоу-кики, отличное перемещение, но расскажи про тычок в глаза. Чувствовал ли ты, что, возможно, не сможешь продолжать?
Yeah, man, I really couldn't see that much. I never ever got poked in the eye like that, and I feel like all I can see was blood, but all I hear is my coach, and hey, let's go, let's go. And from my city, Neptune, Asbury, Long Branch, hey, there's a struggle out there, baby, and we can push through anything, and I'm here to show that every time I step in this cage.
Да, я ничего не видел, кроме крови. Я никогда не сталкивался с таким, но мои тренера меня поддержали, я продолжил биться. Мы жесткие в городе Нептун, так что мы выиграли.
It was an excellent performance. Go and get a doctor to look at that eye, my friend. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, Karl Робенсон.
So Robertson hands the very first loss to Roman Kopylov, despite that injury to his eye. Congratulations to him. It's going to be interesting now to see how the arena reacts as the next two features two Russians. Sergei Khandoshko has gained